Oh boy. Gear up for this one, guys. What's a value we do not share in common, and how does that affect our ability to fully understand each other?
I mean, there's a couple.
But there's an elephant in the room, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not vegan fully. I'm vegetarian. You are vegan. And like, when you just get so mad at me for like eating yogurt, cheese, it's like, it's a pretty big deal.
I just want you to know I'm not like mad at you.
It's like sad, like
mad at you is like a useless feeling to have about the situation. Because you're right, I do get mad, but the source of the emotion is because you are so smart and you know, you fully acknowledge, understand my point of view. And I think to an extent, you probably share it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And so it's mostly like frustration. I'm just confused. I don't understand, how you can articulate what I'm trying to say so well on your own, but not like act in accordance, And veganism is a big part of my life, like a really big part. So, yeah.
I mean, like, I just don't. I don't think that you're gonna understand. I mean, like, I really have tried to explain it to you, like, as best as I can. And, like, even on my end, I've put, like a date, like a goal.
Which I appreciate.
Yeah, but I just don't. I think you're just too far into the process and, like, too comfortable. Like you've developed a better relationship with food. And so we're just at two different points on the same line.
I understand. We're just gonna launch a big debate online, vegans versus non-vegans, and I'm here for it. I'm ready to see what everybody comes up with.
Oh boy. What do you find the most difficult to talk to me about, and why?
I don't know. It's definitely my like eating behaviors and like my, what's the word? Self-image.
Mm-hmm.
Relations regarding my self-image. Probably the most difficult to talk to you about because, just like me, you look at me and you're in love with me and you love everything about me. You find me like great, as I do you. But when you have something in your head and like you're seeing yourself one way and you can't see yourself any other way but that way, it's hard to explain to somebody, because just like you can never see what that other person is seeing, that person can never see what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're faced with like dealing with that every single day, it becomes difficult. Honestly, it gives me anxiety to talk to you about, because I know that you'll never get it. And I don't expect you to get it. And I don't really know what I expect from you when I'm talking to you about it. Mostly I just want to get it out of me. Like I just want to say it.
Yeah, support.
Yeah, I just want to complain, I guess. That's what it is. And you being my boyfriend, you're not just gonna be like, yeah, you think you're ugly today? Like, you're totally ugly today. Like, you're not gonna do that. And I'm not looking for you to do that. And I guess I'm also not looking for you to like reassure me. So that's why it's so difficult to talk to you about. Because nobody wins in an argument like that when you're like conflicted with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it takes like a toll on our relationship for sure.
I mean, I get it, like I do, and I try to be like as patient as possible, but it does bother me, like the way you speak about yourself, because you would never speak like that to anyone else, like never. And so it just like, I mean, I know that, you are your own, like, you know yourself the best. So of course you have a certain comfort level, speaking to yourself. But yeah, it's just something that it just gets difficult to like hear over and over and over again.
I know, I'm sorry.
But it's not something that I'm gonna like, push you to. You go at your own pace.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I've gotten better from like this time last year.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think the worst part about it is like I know that I've physically gotten better, but mentally like it hasn't changed. Can you answer that question?
I don't know. I think that recently what I've picked up on is that since transitioning, like I've just picked up on a lot of like secondary like gender characteristics, Like that whole thing that we were talking about like me not wanting to let you take the majority of groceries into the house, like physically not like not being comfortable with that. That's ridiculous. And it's not something that I would think about. Like before I would have been like, yeah, like take that shit inside. But like now, I don't know. I think I'm just overcompensating, and I think that it might be, it's definitely something I have to look into just because I don't want to, like I want to be a dude, but I don't want to be that much of a dude, What's one thing about your sexuality that you haven't shared with me yet? Oh boy.
I don't think that I'm attracted to like cis males.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like that gets a little bit complicated because I don't want to undermine your identity, I don't want to undermine how you present yourself, and I also don't want to like fetishize you.
Yeah, fetishize.
Fetishize you.
You got it. Don't even.
Fetishize you. Because you're not like the only.
I'm not a cis male.
No. Yes, I know that. I'm saying you're not like the only like trans male that I've had relations with. And I don't want that to be like something that defines how I choose to love people, It's just something I'm very up in the air about.
Okay.
And I don't want you to feel like that's taking away from your identity in any way.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. I don't, I don't think I'm someone who, like, I don't think I hate my body. I don't think I am uncomfortable with who I am. I think other people are. They might be. But it's not something that, like, bothers me either. Like that. Like, I'm just comfortable with who I am, you know?
Yeah,
I like that you like me for who I am.
I do. I love you for who you are.
Yeah. That's not, there's nothing, like, wrong with that, or, like, you know, I'm not confusing any kind of, like, insecurities. I'm not trying to, like, project that onto you, or I'm not going to make you feel bad about anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think I need from you, and are you providing it?
I think I just have to be a little bit more self-aware of, like, how I'm coming off, or how I might be affecting you. And even if it's not making myself small or anything like that, it just means making sure that you're heard and, like, you're being taken care of.
Okay.
Has your love for me changed in ways that surprised you?
Yeah. I definitely used to love you very cautiously. You know? I don't know why. It's not like you ever did anything to make me feel this way, but I was always afraid to fully, like, let myself love you. Now I'm just like, I don't know, just kicking it back, like riding the wave, you know? Just, that's it. I feel like I can love you more openly and
good.
freely, and, like, with all of my effort. Not effort, but, like, all of myself. And I'm not constantly, like, thinking, am I making a mistake? Am I doing too much? Now I could be so angry at you, but I'm fine, you know? Like, not fine because we're arguing, but I'm fine because I know we're gonna go to bed and wake up and it's gonna be fine in the morning. So that's definitely new for me, and I like it. You?
Yeah, I'd say it's the same. Yeah, I'm not so anxious about what we're gonna do or whatever. Like, I just have to think back, like, you know, like what are the things that I said that I would, you know, keep to. In terms of, like, healthy ways of, like, loving someone, I'm good.
What has changed the most for us since our last time on the And?
I moved along a lot in my transition, which is great. I think mentally, like, we're miles away from, like, where we were before. We've changed so much as people. It's kind of hard to put that into, like, on a scale.
Yeah. I feel like so much has changed. We are leading, like, completely different lives than we did last time we were here. I feel like I've aged. You know, before it was like a serious relationship, but now it's like a serious established relationship, and I'm actually like planning my moves to include you and be inclusive of what your plans are too. So that's probably a big difference as well.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I know.
Hey there, thanks for watching. If you want to ask these kind of questions, have these kind of conversations, check out our dating deck at theskindeep.com/shop to have more meaningful conversations on your dates.